Hey y'all, how you doing? This is Carla Nix with today's inspiration, and as always, I'm here to encourage you and to remind you that you can live every day on purpose. I want to talk about the power of positive speaking or thinking positively. I read something somewhere, and this is so true. It says that you cannot have a positive outcome with a negative input. Meaning, if you're consistently putting in your mind negative thoughts, you can't expect anything positive to come out of that. If you put in negative, you're going to speak negative. You're going to see negatively. You're going to feel negatively. That's all you're going to see is negativity because that's what you're feeding yourself with. So, number one, be careful what you feed on. Be careful what you plant inside. Be careful what you allow yourself to see. I'm not speaking about with your eyes. I'm not speaking about physically, but what you see in the spirit, what you see um, with your heart. Because what you see, what you put in, what you breathe, what you think, you tend to believe. And if you believe something, whatever it is, that's what's going to come out. So if you want a positive outcome, then put in some positive thinking, put in some positive thought, put in some positive vision, put in some positive feelings. And there's nothing worse than a person, especially a Christian, whom you see is always, I mean always negative. I'm not talking about just having a bad day. I'm not just talking about getting up on the wrong side of the bed that day. I'm talking about perpetually negative. With them, the glass is always half empty. With them, everybody is always so awful. With them, there's nothing good in this world. Everybody is evil. Everybody is sinful. The world is just an awful place. People are terrible. That's how some people think. That's what you believe because that's what they say. That's how they act. And often you're going to act, talking about act, you're going to act the way you speak. And you're going to speak the way you think. And you're going to think the way you feel. All of that works together, you see? And you know what? You're going to even look that way. People are going to look at you and say, oh, Lord, here comes trouble. Debbie Downer. Nobody's not going to want to be in your sphere, in your atmosphere, in your environment because of your negativity. People don't have time for that. Nobody ain't got time for all of that, especially all the time. Sometimes it seems like the sun ought to be shining at least once. Seems like something ought to be good at least once. At least. You think? Come on now. When what you speak and what you say, what you claim, what you proclaim, what you share, what you show, that's all that surrounds you. And what you speak becomes your reality. So if you consistently speak negativity, your reality is just downright negative. So let's turn that. Let's flip that coin. Let's turn that over. Let's turn the page. Think positively. And you know how you can do this? Even when everything around you is falling down, it's crumbling down, it's just so bad. Scripture tells us, and I should have pulled this so I could read it verbatim, but tells us whatever things are true, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, and it goes on and on with all of these positive attributes. It tells us to think on these things. So when you think of these things, that's what you're going to act upon. And you can't change your mind until you change your thoughts. So change those thoughts into positive thoughts. Okay? God bless you. This is Carla Nix with today's inspiration.